Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I go by the Blue Light Oracle, and in today's reading, my intention for this reading is to find out what your dreams are about. So a dream interpretation reading today. So today we're going to pick 3 piles. Got pile 1 here and 2. Oh, okay. Got this one, and I'm going to take 4, so we're going to do 4 piles. Let's put these here. Okay. So let's take a look at your piles. For pile number 1, you have the blue topaz with finding a spiritual ally, high wisdom, abundance, forgiveness. For pile number 2, you have blue kyanite, connecting with animals, telepathic abilities, finding your true path, finding clarity. Okay. For pile number 3, you have the Selenite, psychic insight, blessings, fidelity, deep connection. And for pile number 4, you have the Fluorite, personal protection, getting organized, or a cloak, cooperation. Okay, so here are your 4 piles today. Feel free to jump straight to your video, otherwise I'll give you time. Trust your intuition, see which piles call out to you, or if just one or more, and then you can jump straight to your video. Otherwise I'll get into the shuffling process next, and I will see you soon. Hello everyone, welcome to the shuffling process. So we have a lot of oracle cards here today and a couple of tarot cards, so we'll get into the shuffling process. I have moved them up just so I can put them on top once I've finished. Alright, so dream interpretation. What do these dreams mean for pile 1, 2, 3, and 4? Pile 1. This one's 3. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we're in Pisces season, Pisces new moon, full. No, not sorry. Yes, new moon. Super new moon. It's just been. So you can take this as your dreams as in ideas as well. However, the intention is what you go to sleep and remember while you're asleep. Those kind of dreams. All right. Okay, so for each pile, what is the interpretation of their dreams? Oh, I feel like that one's probably going to be for 3. We'll see how 3 goes. 3 is going to be an interesting one. It's very particular. Okay, so dream interpretation for each pile, please. Okay, and dream interpretation. I'm hoping there's going to be enough space for each card today. If not, I'll rearrange the camera and the cards. They'll fit. They'll all fit eventually. Okay, so these are the tarot cards. So we're going 2 per pile. Dream interpretation. And then this one for 4. Okay, and last pile. Dream interpretation. What do the dreams mean? Getting this one here for pile 1. Okay, and 4. All right. So that concludes the shuffling process. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today to be able to give you this reading in regards to dream interpretations. So down below, you can jump straight to your video. As a reminder, here are the 4 piles. So we've got blue topaz, blue kyanite, selenite, and fluorite. Lots of blue colors coming through. We are in Pisces season, so it does make sense. And dreams may have extra, maybe hidden messages in there. So we'll see how your reads come through and what messages we find. But thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So today for your dream interpretation, you have the blue topaz, and again with finding a spiritual ally, high wisdom, abundance, and forgiveness. So we'll see how this plays into your dream interpretation. I will put this here. Okay. Cool. This one must come out first. Also, we have visionary. The light attribute is capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. The shadow attribute is selling insight to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. This is very interesting, coming through when we're doing a reading as well. So it's really getting the clear message across, not compromising it to fit, and also your dreams. It's really about understanding, interpreting your dreams as an individual. Okay, so you have trust. This does feel like trusting your own intuition, trusting what you feel and think and see is very important. Okay, just going to move these down. Okay. You have Goddess of the Sea with Storm. Through the storm, my inner sea is calm. Yeah, it's really about the external, trusting your internal movements, your internal dialogue, regardless of what's happening around you. Not making your ideas and your foresight clouded by opinions of others or actions of others. Wow, really? So you've got St. Lucy with charity, sight, and faith. Right next to trust. Having faith in what you see, what you envision, and what your ideas and goals are is very strong here. So very interesting, especially with relation to your dream. What are you dreaming about? It's almost you're dreaming about something, taking something from that dream or an idea from that dream and using it in your 3D life. Just because it's not clear yet, having faith and trusting that that was a message from your guides, angels, ancestors, whatever feels right to you. Very nice pile number one. So you've got miracles as well. Trust that you can create miracles in your life yourself, and also that to get to that goal or the goal from whatever the dream was, it does feel like taking that into the real world, an aspect of that dream into your real world, because it may also almost seem like a miracle, like it's the double rainbow. There's more to be had than just one miracle. There's two, there's plus. Okay, and you also have I am presence, light body activation, assessing the divine within. So very, 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 very strong here today for you, pile number one. It's like higher wisdom. You've got this. This message was higher wisdom. It literally was the wisdom to take and put into your real world. You are the visionary. You may be, even here, she's looking into her crystal ball. You may be this intuitive psychic medium yourself. You may know what you see, and sometimes potentially you're maybe not trusting yourself, even though you trust yourself in many other cases with people. Your own vision, your own foresight, you may not always trust that, and it's really coming through strong to trust that and to apply it as well. Okay, so let's have a look at your tarot. So you have the Empress, very nice. Really does feel like trusting your heart as well, putting this dream, aspect of the dream into your heart space, whether it feels right, not if it feels wrong, of course, but whether it seems right or wrong, there's an aspect of that dream that can be turned into something that you can use to enrich your life or to nurture yourself and others. Okay, I'm doing the reading as I'm pulling. I'm trying to get them all out. So you have the Two of Swords. Again, this is vision of like impaired vision, I guess, or going by faith, trusting your intuition, your foresight. You have the Page of Cups. Yeah, it just keeps coming up over and over and over. She's giving a message to this, I guess it's a goldfish lady or person. There's like a message, there's something important in this dream. Whatever you've thought of, whichever dream this was, there is something deeper and learning from there. Maybe there's like a metaphor within the dream that means something. Sometimes dreams can look a little bit wild because there'll be a burning house or something like that you're walking away from, and then a talking dog or something. It could mean all sorts of different things, but then trying to understand that. We'll see if we can get all the questions and answers for you. And you also have the Five of Cups. So first of all, pile number one, I just want to move these cards down a bit, just so they're all in shot. Okay. There we go. So what do I see for you, pile number one? This idea here, so it's almost like, why did you get this message in the first place? Higher wisdom, higher understanding. It's a gift of seeing what can be applied into, not just into your life, but like a sight of the future, potential of what could be in your life, in your future, a potential. Certain aspects of this dream were showing you with the crystal balls here, or the like glowing orbs, that there's insight within this. Even here, it's a cup, of course, but just that idea of reflection and insight, a message coming through. So this is why you've had this dream. You've had this given to you, provided to you by your, like I said before, your loved ones, past, ancestors, guides, whatever you want, angels, whatever feels right to you. This is a message from them to help you enrich, or even apply a certain aspect into your life. So why did you get this? What was the reasoning? I believe from what I can see, especially here with all this blindfold, and it's to have faith and trust in yourself, regardless of what's happening in your external world, whether that's challenging or blessings. Whoever you are could be different. It's trusting your inner wisdom, your inner voice. That's why it feels like, are you a psychic, medium, intuitive, whatever you want to label it as? It doesn't matter too much. Do you feel what's right more than others, or do you sometimes think, oh, maybe that's in my head? It's not in your head. It's light body activation. You're going through a process. Potentially you're going through some kind of transformation, and that can show in the real world with people being removed from your life, people being added that enrich your life. It can be improvement in work, romantic, how you feel about yourself. Many different aspects can be this, but it is about you, especially accessing the divine within. It's something you have within you already. So while this is visions, it's also about unlocking that aspect within. Just as I'm doing that, it does feel like that this is a message from your higher self as well coming through, because they already know what's within. They've been through, they're like the all-knowing, I guess, in some sense. They know many different things. They know you. They know past situations that have occurred. They have access to a lot of information, and they're just imparting some of that onto you. One, to help you with your life, but also you've done the work to get to a certain point where this miracle or this inner knowing comes out and is more understandable and relatable and readable to yourself. Because the miracle is not just something that you're being given, it's also you are part of this miracle. So that's why it feels like it's already part of you. It's like this is you, let's say, and this is the blessing that's coming through. And they're exactly the same. They're one and the same. That's why I was talking about with the Five of Cups, like this just disappointment kind of feeling, some kind of trap with the netting, like stuck energy. This is to help move through this, or you've got yourself unstuck and now you're starting to glow and shine brighter. Helps with indecisions as well, but I do feel like with these two together, it does talk about sight, clarity, faith. It's getting that insight, trusting yourself. It really is strongly about believe in what you feel and see from this dream. You've remembered it and come to this particular reading for a reason. And even the Empress does feel like expressing who you are on the inside. Your heart is opening up, maybe to yourself, maybe to others, maybe to both. First with yourself, then you can be there for others as well. But it feels personal and inside yourself. So what is this helping you learn? Because I feel like there's learning here. It is about what's within. I feel like maybe it's going to express. I feel like for some people, it's going to express something to help shift and move from a particular difficult situation, and you've decided to choose what's right for you. And I feel like that is the best way. However, it's whatever you choose as well. But it's choosing out of forgiveness instead of it's not forgiving someone for their bad behavior. It's about moving forward and choosing happiness in your life instead of getting upset or angry about something in particular. It's about, moving forward, because that's ultimately the best choice for you to improve, enrich, and move on. And you'll be able to do it because you have the goddess of the sea here. With regardless of what kind of storm and situation is happening, your inner self is calm. And that's how you can best make decisions about whether how you deal with a particular situation. But yeah, I'm just going to reiterate, it does feel like a certain aspect of yourself has been switched on, let's say, activated or awoken. And just trust that the situation or difficulties pertaining to whatever this is about, whatever your dream was personally about, is being shifted or moved in a way that can be easily worked away from, or not really worked away from, more on your side. And whatever you can't control, like if it's involving a lot of other people, that's okay. You can control how you move through it, and it'll be easier for you to either walk away, cut a certain aspect of that situation out, or even just remedying the situation in a way that you expose yourself less to that kind of energy, that negative energy. But overall, it's a blessing. It's kind of exactly what you want in your life and what you need, and it'll help you move forward and grow to whatever goals, situations, areas, etc. that you're looking for. So what do I feel overall? I feel like this is a message to listen, see exactly what it is for you. In this dream, there was some kind of activation. This dream was important. It was reminding you of what you've done in life, and now you're getting that gift. Maybe multiple gifts. Maybe one will open up multiple, if you know what I mean. So a certain aspect will open up for you, which will open up opportunities and doors to many different things in your real world. But it's an application of taking the whatever's inside you, bringing that to the surface, and letting that shine. That truth, that honesty, that truth, that trust in self. It's like speaking truth. And that pile number 1 is your reading. So thank you very much for being here today. Thank you for getting your reading. Very interesting. It looks like it is a great benefit to you, a great awakening, something new, something fresh, something that's dormant. But if you enjoyed the reading, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I also now do readings on Etsy, so that will be in the description. But take care of yourself, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 2. So you have chosen today the blue Kyanite, connecting with animals, telepathic abilities, finding your true path, finding clarity. Okay, so we'll see how this plays into your reading today. So wants to come out first. Okay, so we have Prince. Light attribute is romantic charm and potential for power. The shadow attribute is using power for self-aggrandizement. Okay, so we'll see how this plays into your reading too. You have protection, guardian of the lands. You have Lourdes Grotto with sanctuary. I create an inner haven of peace. This is coming through very strong. We've got protection, sanctuary, finding peace within, and also like a slice of, I almost want to say a slice of heaven on earth, or like peace on earth, let's say, like an area where you can meditate, etc. And also Bastet coming out with boundaries, psychic protection, intuition, and pleasure. Boundaries, yeah. Very interesting. Finding clarity, understanding the energies of other people in your life and how it impacts you. You also have opportunity. It's really clearly showing that you're not as stuck maybe as you feel. We'll have a look at the rest of the cards though. You have heart chakra opening, unlocking generosity. All right, very nice. Okay, so you have the Prince of Discs. You have the Princess of Cups. This really does feel like the people involved, whether they're you or other people. You have the King of Wands, another court card. You also have the Ace of Cups. This is really interesting, pile number 2, just because Bastet talking about boundaries, the Guardian of the Land focusing on protection, and then also psychic protection with Bastet, and also Sanctuary just coming through with this like triangle of protection overall, but by protection, by boundaries, finding space for you, having your own space, especially with finding your true path. I want to say it feels like a lot of emotions in here. Like, are you getting your emotional cups full? Do you understand your emotions? Are you still building on this? If there is someone involved here, like, this might be a great person, you know, hardworking, with the Prince of Discs and the Prince here. But are they showing you the romantic side, or are they showing you more of a practical side? And is there more to be had? Is there a conversation that needs to be had here? Because you're not just as stuck. I feel like whatever the stream came through to you, it's showing you that there's not just one path or one way. There is a true path and a fair way to you as well as to others. And that feels like at the end of the reading, the last card, the Ace of Cups, understanding that and starting that emotional journey. It doesn't have to be like a complete overhaul of a relationship or an end of a relationship. It's a conversation that can be had and an understanding that needs to be shared. Because especially here, it's part of your heart and how you want to express your love and generosity and emotions into the world, and also for yourself. Boundaries can be about self-boundaries, because sometimes we get put into a situation where walls will come up, even just with ourselves, our own mental thoughts, our own emotional feelings. And having this, being able to have the space and a safe space to do that, like having a meditation room, or just an hour out of the day where you can be alone in a particular room. You don't have to dedicate a room to this. It's just like you can have the bedroom, or the bathroom, or whatever works for you, and in your environment where you can just be. Maybe it's going outside or going for a walk and just getting away so you can understand and process your thoughts and feelings. It's not really clearing your mind, but it's clearing away stuff that it doesn't serve to be in your mind. So this is how the kind of dream is feeling right now. So why did you have this in the first place? What was the purpose? It does feel like the purpose of this dream, or the reasoning, is to help you understand that you are protected in this. You're not stuck. There's no cards that are really saying you're stuck. So I don't know if you're feeling it, or if there's a potential to be like, this isn't working, or certain things aren't working, but I'm fine, I'm happy enough. It's just making sure, trusting your intuition to really understand what's going to help you. We've got pleasure here. What's giving you, are you getting everything that you deserve and feel you should be getting, if that makes sense? Like, are you emotionally getting are you being heard? Are you feeling the emotion from the other people in your life? Like, this could be family, it could be a relationship, your partner. Are you looking for love as well? Because that feels like something that's part of this if you are single. And if you are looking, of course, because you don't always have to be looking if you're single, right? But are you getting that emotional fulfillment, I want to say? Because a relationship needs an ebb and flow of give and receive, right? It doesn't have to be weighted by a monetary value or anything like that. It's about a feeling. Like, are you giving as much as you're receiving? Or is there a lack, and is there an imbalance in some sense? And this is really saying there's opportunities, there's choices to be made, there's opportunities coming up to have a conversation with this person, to move, work around, or talk to your boss, or whatever it is that needs to be done. Can you work from home to give yourself more time to process and understand who you are, and your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions? Because it's like here and here, it does feel like, just with these two cards, it's like someone who's very successful, right? Like going up and up and up the ladder. And they've got to a point where they're at work, they're like in control, they're at the top, but has certain parts of you not being looked after? And that could be personal. Like, have you not looked after a certain aspect of yourself, emotionally or physically or mentally, whatever? Because while it's great to be successful in certain aspects of your life, if other things are neglected, they're going to come up eventually and they're going to surprise you because you haven't dealt with them for so long. And there's like a, let's say, a backlog, and I feel like this is part of it. However, that's not going to happen because you are protected while you move through this. This is just an opportunity to enlighten you and help you through the day or whatever you're going through or certain aspects in your life. This is how the dream is feeling coming through to me. But yeah, at the end here, and potential for power. It's like there's power within you that you can unleash. It does feel like you're still growing, of course. You're still, I mean, everyone's still growing, right? Not mentally, but yes, mentally, emotionally, energetically, everyone's growing. So it's not like you're hurting yourself by reining one part of your life in, so you can focus on another part, like friends, family, your own personal love and self-care and a self-acceptance, whatever it means in this dream that you've had. It does feel like finding clarity, understanding certain aspects, and understanding how this reading fits into that dream. Another aspect of this potentially is to soften your heart, open your heart up, so you can start processing and feeling those feelings that maybe have been pushed to the side a little bit or shunned away a bit. Just know that it's okay to reevaluate your boundaries and your walls. Do walls need to come down? Do boundaries need to be shifted forward or back in many areas? Are you happy with the boundaries as they are? It's kind of a lot of internal dialogue and thinking, which is why I feel like Lore's Grotto came through Sanctuary. It's giving you space and time to do that. You need to create that space though in your life, whether that's physically, energetically, or just in your thoughts and mind. But by shifting and changing some stuff in your world, in your 3D world, I guess you could say, it's okay. You were not going to lose this compassionate, courage, kind of strong energy. You're not going to lose that. By getting into your feminine energy, it's not weakness. It feels like it will help you even be stronger, more balanced, feel more successful, I want to say. Because success isn't just about one aspect of your life. It's not just about having a family or just having a really high career. It's also about many different aspects. And especially if you feel called to express those. So I guess to summarize and find the answer within the streams, it's saying there's not just one path, one opportunity. There's many different ways to express yourself. You are protected while doing this. It's okay to make sure the protection isn't a wall. Understand your boundaries. Trust your intuition. What pleases you is going to help you grow and evolve emotionally, mentally, physically, however, spiritually, whatever feels right. But it all goes back to the heart. And it's like thinking and feeling from the heart. Sometimes people say, oh, if I trust my heart, X, Y, Z. It's not exactly about emotions. Heart isn't just about emotions. Heart is like more than that. It's a feeling of what's true to you. It's like true feelings, true thoughts, true understanding, true spiritual understanding. And it's giving you the opportunity to take some time and evaluate, the people in your life, the energy in your life, what needs to be shifted and changed, so you can start working on what's really important to you in this moment, in this current juncture in your life. And that part number 2 is exactly what I see in your reading. So thank you very much for being here. If you've enjoyed, give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any content. I'll just let you know I also have an Etsy now, so you can have a look down below, and I provide readings there if you are called to get a reading. Otherwise, please take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 3. So let's have a look at your dream interpretation. So you've chosen the Selenite. Really, really cool picture of Selenite. Never seen anything like it, but definitely really cool. It's like a cluster or like a star form or something like that. Psychic insight, blessings, fidelity, and deep connection. So this is the meanings on this card. We'll see how this plays into your reading today. So you have the Owl Spirit Wisdom. Very cool. So really it's talking about deep connections, psychic insight. Really, really deep connections and insight with this reading today. Okay, so you've got Goddess Anuket with Detachment, I Choose Me. Okay. You have Artagatus with Mer Magic, Deep Diving, Transformation. Wow, a lot of deep insight. And really, this one very clearly, choosing yourself, choosing what's right for you and your path in life. Wow, you got Wisdom again, 2 different decks. This is talking about, you know, from an owl perspective, this is showing like a mermaid and another mermaid, like talking about mer magic. Wow. Okay, so we also have Inner Earth with the base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. So like working this magic, working your magic into something that you can show and see and feel in your everyday life. Ooh, you have the Warrior. This one hasn't come out before. I haven't seen this one. So we've got strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice and conquering the ego. Very nice. And the shadow attribute is trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifferent to the suffering inflicted on others. Okay. So you have the Prince of Cups. You have the Six of Cups. Just gonna move that, scooch that down a bit. Okay. You have the Seven of Wands, touching very strongly with the detachment. It's like choosing yourself as well. And also standing up for yourself, standing into your power. Wow, you've got the Six of Cups again. So this may play into nostalgia or from the past. Releasing, especially with the Warrior, releasing the past from, you know, and control, not exactly controlling, but influencing your life so much that you don't feel like you have control over your life. So what do I see straight away for you, pile number 3? I see this dream had deep insight. Maybe even it's reminding me with the Artagatus and the mermaid, the ethereal looking mermaid, that this is really deep within. Maybe it's something from a past life. Some aspect of the dream was something so deep that it was like someone coming in that you've never seen before, let's say, but you recognize them, you know, they felt familiar. So someone coming through with a message of deep wisdom and insight that really isn't just to, you know, give you message that you can of whatever. It's really to help you with your physical world. And stand in your power, because wisdom is great. However, if you don't utilize that and work with it and use it to help improve your personal, physical, mental, emotional, etc., life, then the wisdom is just, you know, extra knowledge, let's say. It's not being worked in a way that you can use it. And this is an opportunity to do that. It may mean detaching for some time from people or from the past, especially. It's like, don't let the past dictate your future. You've been really asked to stand into your power, stand up for yourself, and go with it. The cup, with the Prince of Cups. It's like a, you know, generally the Prince of Cups, it's making me think of like the Knight of Cups, the emotional, excited person, like that young, vibrant, free energy to learn and grow, because there's something to be said with that. It's exciting. It feels like exciting energy. And so like he's kind of going into battle. It's like battling for, you know, what he feels is right emotionally, not necessarily just emotionally, but also with knowledge, with information, doing what he feels is right. And here with the Warrior, self-sacrifice and conquering ego. So it's kind of like touching base with your shadow self and not necessarily, you know, trying to destroy or kill that aspect. It's more of trying to understand and work with that energy and know that if it gets too much, that you can steer yourself and your thoughts and mindset or emotions back and onto track, I want to say. But yeah, this feels deep within. It's like in Earth, you are this Earth. This is like who you are, and this is something within you. This wisdom and knowledge and fearlessness is within you. So what do I feel when I think of why did you have this dream in the first place? It's really to impart some wisdom that you've already got inside you, psychic insight, deep connection, something deep within, inside your inner self, to express and to detach for sure. Stepping out of the, like these ones could be yourself, like certain aspects of yourself holding you back. And you're like, no, I'm moving forward. I'm detaching from the past and not letting the past rule the future. I know I keep saying that, but it's really strong within your reading. Very strong. I mean, you've got wisdom twice here, the Six of Cups twice here, usually touching on nostalgia, memories, the past, reflection, not getting caught up in the past. The main takeaway message I get for you, pile number 3, is really stepping into your power, being that warrior within. These are in the middle, finding that that knowledge and using that and working with it and knowing that you're a strong person and you can express it in your day-to-day life. And detachment, of course, thinking about what happened in a past relationship, family, growing up, what aspect of that can you move away from or start processing? It will hurt, of course, but it's for your own self-empowerment, and it's better to work through something difficult now and then release it at however long it needs to take, than to be stuck with that energy and always have a little bit of it for, you know, a long time, like many years. It does remind me of Atlantis. That's what I was thinking here, with the 2 mermaids coming through, just Atlantis kind of energy. That's why it's like deep past lives, past, very past knowledge they're trying to share with you in this dream. And that's really all I see in your reading. It's a very strong message of self-empowerment, using that wisdom that you have and knowledge in that dream space to stand up for yourself and choose yourself. Essentially, it's just choosing happiness, choosing whatever you feel is right for you, choosing you over the past. And that's what I see today. So thank you very much for getting a reading today. If you've enjoyed, give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any content. I also do Etsy now. The information will be down in the description. Otherwise, please take care of yourself. Enjoy this reading. Stand up for yourself. You can do it. You've got the knowledge. You're an intelligent person. You can definitely detach. You know how to do this. And I wish you all the best. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, bar number 4. So today you have chosen the Fluorite. I believe I have a piece of Fluorite here too. Not as deep blue as this one here. Okay, with personal protection, getting organized, or a cloak cooperation. So before we start the reading, I just want to let you know that I generally connect with my intuition and guides, etc., to start a reading. And I was very clear with doing 3 piles. However, I ended up doing 4 because a few cards almost fell out, as you might have seen at the start. So I was like, okay, I'll do 4. So we'll have a look at your reading, have a look at your cards. You have the Blue Fairy with Gratitude. Very nice. You have Saraswati's Temple with Knowledge. I open my heart and mind. Okay. You also have Vesta with... I can't see that one exactly. I'll have a look. So we've got Sacred Space and Home. Oh, sorry, it says Altars. Altars. There we go. Right, makes sense with sacred space. Okay. You also have release. You have Seraphim's Gateway with voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. Yeah, you're definitely protected with this, especially right under the release. Releasing can be really tough and really challenging because it's almost doing something that feels wrong, but you know it's right because the feelings are either old or not for your highest good. But, you know, it's like a moving house. You might only do it if your lease is up and you have to go. So it's like eventually you will have to move on. So eventually you'll have to release this. So why not do it in a way that works well for you and feels in line with your thoughts and feelings? You also have, oh, I almost put it down. You might also have Father with talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. The shadow is dictatorial control, abuse of authority. Okay. You also have the Wheel of Fortune. This also, like I said before with the timing, this feels like divine timing. It's the right time to start processing this, if you feel called to, of course, because this is personal, and just because something comes up in a dream to release, especially if it's in regards to, that plays on the mind or feels that gets through in your heart, especially with the home here, it's like your safe space. If your mind and thoughts are being kind of bombarded with information that doesn't serve you, is releasing going to be better for you than thinking about it time and time again? Probably. So it's just an opportunity, of course, and you are protected. We've got the Seraphim Gateway with angelic attunement. This is in releasing. This is in alignment with your balanced body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so you've got the Eight of Discs. While it's a blessing and a great time to do this, it's also going to take some effort and some work and some thought and feeling processing, so that can be the challenge. But it's not something that's impossible. You can also kind of have maybe not fun exactly with it, but it's also can be a time to look and learn and grow. So you have the Five of Pentacles. It's going to bring up certain aspects of your life that are challenging. Yeah, and you've got the Strength card, which makes a lot of sense. This is standing into your power, being strong. Even with the sheep here, because we always think of sheep as like followers or anything like that. This is about using that knowledge and the past situations that have occurred in your power, using them in your power, not just to react, but to understand and move forward. First of all, I just do want to say this will be just for some, but it does feel like there's a release from the past. Like, it doesn't have to be a father figure, it can be family or something like that. From growing up, was there some kind of neglect or abandonment that is coming through here? Because this is what it's talking to, if this is you. If not, please just ignore this quick little message in regards to this. It's time to move through that, though. So you can feel safe within your own personal body, let's say, your own physical realm, but also at your home, your physical home as well, safe within your own skin. It's like a feeling of safety is what I want to say. And how do you do that? Opening your heart and mind, opening yourself up to those old memories, or even just the past in general. This is just for everyone now. Just what's occurred in your current life, and heart, letting those feelings get processed. It's almost like a little bit of a shadow work in some sense, but it doesn't have to be as hard. See it as a blessing, the certain aspects that you can work on as a blessing, and to get into your strength rather than something that feels overwhelming. But obviously, if it does, take a break. Take some time to, be happy for what you've got in your life, what you've done for yourself, the hard work that you've put into creating what's around you, the hard work that you've worked on within yourself as well. This is just another aspect to process and build up your, personal growth, I guess I could say. You're definitely being supported by this. You're being supported by ancestors, by guides, by the angelic realm, because we're coming up with the seraphim. So this is like high level support during this time. You're not going to go off the rails or anything like that. That's more of like ego and fear telling you that this will be too much, more than what you can actually process. You don't have to do, you don't have to see it as one big ball of issues or whatever you want to call it. You can see it as something where you can pull one thread and then slowly things unravel, and then you can process each thing as they come through rather than seeing it. Because sometimes when we envision like a situation, we can see it as like a whole lot of steps. How do you get there? One step at a time. Focus on the present moment, each step at a time, not the end result, because the path can always change. But I do know that, like, just the feeling, although I'm being very certain, but I do know that it's going to be like a blessing in the end. It's going to feel, you've stood up for yourself and in your power to yourself sometimes. If there was kind of conflict within, then it's like standing up for yourself so you can get things done and process, and you can feel success by, each step that you take to improvement. So the dream was very interesting because it does feel like right in the middle of the reading, it's about release, but knowing that you're protected while doing this. You're safe while doing this. And it's so you can feel safe within yourself and within your own space. The personal protection here too, this is very personal. It's about dealing and processing from within. So I'm just going to read this to you as well. So this is the Vesta card. So this is just the oracle message that comes with the card. So it says, see your home as a sacred sanctuary. Create a loving and harmonious home that nourishes and feeds your soul. But remember, home is not a place. It is where the heart is. This is a really nice way of putting it as well. So the healing aspect of this card is talking about nourish yourself through simple domestic activities, such as cooking, baking, and tidying. A tidy house will make such a difference to your energy and mindset. You can also heal by putting on your pajamas and reading a book or watching a movie. So that message is just really strong in saying that this doesn't have to be something where it's going to leave you raw and vulnerable. It can be a time to just relax and give yourself some space. Maybe you do need to take some time out to process how you think and feel. And that's okay. You can take like a break, give yourself a at-home holiday or something like that. Talk to your family, friends, partner, whoever can assist with these feelings. It's really about whatever, like the dream does feel like whatever it was about does feel like it's important to release an aspect of that so you can feel more in control and safe within your own skin and life. But it's all about personal power. And I feel like the getting organized is strong here. It's like organizing your mindset so that things can flow much more easily. It's all about flow with the gratitude as well. Gratitude feels like freedom. Within this card, she just feels very free, and she's flying high. So it's like the ebb and flow of like light and dark in life, the ebb and flow of give and take, gratitude, and like thanking and receiving and being grateful. Like there's just so much of give and take, everything in this reading. So it's really about getting the balance and flow back into your life. That's all this is about. That's all the dream was about. It's just reminding you that you can reach that milestone by taking one step at a time. And that's exactly what I see in your reading pile for. So thank you very much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any more content. I also have an Etsy that the details for that will be in the description. So go check that out if you feel called to it. Otherwise, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next reading.